Hey, so this is going to be, I know this is going to be a redundant topic, but I want to talk about how I hate the KKK. It's pretty easy to hate them. I mean, it's not that hard. All you gotta do is be a person that has normal common sense, and you can hate them very easily. Uh, I feel like that the reason why, like, race is a big issue these days. I feel like, when I was younger, it wasn't even as bad as it is now. I feel like we're going in reverse. It's like, what's the deal? And I actually blame it on the KKK. Like, I feel like if they weren't around, like, black people would just be like, y'all are cool, I don't care anymore. I really feel like that, but instead, you got these white people that are like just marching along, like, we hate everybody, we hate y'all, we hate you, and it's like, it's stupid. It's like if the world was like a house, the Klan would be like the retarded monster in the attic that's chained up there because nobody wants to go up there to see them because they're so gruesome and ugly, and they scream and yell and holler and everything, but we want to hide them up there, like we have people come into our house and stuff, and then they're like, oh, we can stay here, it looks kind of nice, it looks kind of, y'all seem like good people, and instead they're like, you end up, and it's like, you hear something bump in the night, you go to investigate with your flashlight, and then you see the monster strapped, chained up in the attic, and you're like, nope, I ain't staying here no more. That's basically what they are. I also feel like, this is kind of a weird one, I also feel like they're like the cat from that old show. Have you ever seen that show, My Cat from Hell? Like, every episode was basically the same. When they went into this house and this cat was running around, scratching up the furniture and freaking out all over the place, and by the end they're like, the dude comes in, he's like, what this cat needs is some space and some toys. And then by the end of the episode, the cat's just like purring and happy and everybody's happy. I feel like that's the same way. I feel like Klansmen, they just need like the right toys, and then they can be happy and just to neutralize them. But can't really string up black people up in the front of their yard to make them happy. You know what I mean? It's not. We're just not going to do that. So. No neutralizing. So we have to talk about like what we can do to change things. You know what I mean? How do we change these people, or how do we change the situation? I feel like we just ignored them. You know what I mean? Just, we know they're there. Eventually they'll grow old and die off. We just ignore them, and that's what will happen. I feel like at the same time, to keep from creating more of these unbelievable douchebags, is to maybe have like a class, like a diversity class, something like that, where they learn as kids, just get them to talk to each other, you know what I mean? Like, because I find the younger kids these days, they spend a lot of time in their own little groups, and they got their phones, so they can pretty much ignore just whoever they want. And I feel like that, and I see a lot of young kids that I talk to who, like, I'll bring up a conversation or something, and it's small talk, and they don't know what to do. They just freeze. They just stop. They don't know how to talk to somebody that's different from them. It could be the fact that I'm trying to hit on them, and they're only like 20 or something. So, that could be it. But it could be that. But I'm not going to stop hitting on them. So. I'm just talking this. Oh my goodness. Another thing we could do is just herd them into this big herd and like march them along like the Trail of Tears. Just make them go through it. It's like they're the only they're one of the few groups that are around today that I would probably actually deserve to be sent on something like that. We just push them off into this like corner of the world, and then they have their own reservation where they can run around and hate each other and hate other people by themselves. Another thing, this is serious. Another thing is, I'm actually a big believer in the death penalty. We got a lot of shootings these days, stuff like that. I believe if people knew that there were certain crimes that you would get like a fast forward to the death, or electric chair. You know what I mean? Like, that would, like, let's say a Klansman decided to shoot up some people, you know what I mean? Like, it would take away the issue of black people getting outraged to an extent, because they're just gonna be like, well, that's a dumb motherfucker. He's going straight to the electric chair. I mean, there ain't no ifs, ands about it, and they're gonna get like that instant gratification instead of just having this hatred boil inside of them, and create just more problems and more distance between being together or togetherness. You know what I mean? So I am a big into like death penalty and stuff like that. Like, if you take a gun, I don't care who you are, if you take a gun and you shoot somebody up and something like that, you're just going to get lethal injection. That's all there is to it. The next day, I bet it would cut it down by at least 50%. At least 50% of the shootings would be cut down if there was that the next day. You know. I feel like another thing is these groups. I don't understand. I feel like the Klan, they have to be like the easiest people to spy on. You know what I mean? Like, what does it take to spy on these people? You have like your two main categories that you need to be. You need to be white. You need to hate black people. That's it. I mean, it's harder to get into a street gang than to this thing. You know what I mean? Well, they have to be white, but you know, still, I just. Y'all, if you're watching my video and you're one of these people, you just suck. Straight up. You know. So,